Since adding the method of quickly picking up the basketball, I found a strange bug during the test. Since this bug is not easy to appear, it will only appear under certain circumstances, so I recorded a video. Let's watch the video together. Note that we set the initial height of the basketball to 1.7. The design is that the basketball returns to the position of the last shot after each shot. However, when the basketball bounces to the right shooting UI, quickly picking up the basketball and clicking the shooting button immediately will cause the height of each subsequent shot to be very low. Even the shooting position will appear outside the basketball court, causing the basketball to be unable to move into the basketball court, so that the subsequent game cannot continue. This is more serious. We must find the cause and fix it. To fix the bug, we must clarify the conditions for the bug to occur. The condition for the recurrence of this bug is that it will appear only when you pick up the basketball at the shooting UI and shoot immediately. First, we find the logic of picking up the basketball. Open the menu controller script. Find a way to pick up the basketball. After finding the basketball, we immediately changed the basketball state to idle. Then, we open the basketball control script. See what is done in the idle state. We found that in the idle state, the basketball is preparing for shooting. Restore the position of the basketball to the initial position of the basketball, which is the position of the last shot. However, it is obvious that when this bug occurs, it does not return to the positio N of the last shot. Otherwise, the basketball will not appear outside the basketball court. So, let's continue to see when the value of ball origin position is modified. Press the shortcut key Ctrl plus F to search for this variable in the basketball control script. We found the initial position of the basketball recorded before shooting. There is no problem here. Next, we analyze the shooting operation. Open the shooting control script. Find the operation logic of clicking the mouse. When clicking the mouse, if the basketball is not in the move or idle state, return directly. Otherwise, charge. Release the mouse if the basketball is in the throw state, shoot. Then we look at the callback function corresponding to the charge event. In the callback method corresponding to the charging event, the state of the basketball is changed to throw. The whole closed loop seems to be fine. What's the problem? Has anyone thought of it? Here, I have screenshotted the relevant code together in advance for easier understanding. Let's take a look. First, when the basketball is picked up, the basketball state is immediately switched to idle. According to our previous design, once the basketball state is switched to idle, it can be charged. It should be noted that at this time, once the basketball state enters the idle state in the basketball control script, the ready-to-hold method will be called to initialize some properties of the basketball. That is to say, when the basketball switches to the idle state, there are two parallel task lines in the figure. One is the red arrow line. The other is the orange arrow line. This will cause a problem. After picking up the basketball, shoot immediately. If the interval between the two is short enough, it is possible that the ready-to-hold method has not been executed yet. In other words, the basketball has not yet returned to the last shooting position. At this time, the basketball LL has been thrown out. In this case, the basketball is not shot from the position of the last shot. Instead, it is shot from the position where the basketball was picked up. Each shot will record the shooting position. The basketball will be put back to this position before the next shot. This will so the subsequent shots to be shot from the position where the basketball was picked up. If the position where the basketball was picked up is inside the basketball court, it is better. If it is outside the basketball court, the game will not be able to continue normally. Knowing the cause of the problem, how can we fix it? Since it is due to the idle state that causes the two-line parallel, then we will add a hold state. In the idle state, the basketball only does the initial preparation work. In the hold state, the basketball is allowed to move and shoot. Of course, shooting is also allowed in the move state. The first step is to add the hold state to the basketball state enumeration class. The second step is to modify the basketball control logic. Add a branch to the basketball state processing. In fact, it doesn't matter whether it is added here or not, but it may be reserved for the subsequent needs. The key is to switch the state at the end of the ready-to-hold method. When all the shooting preparations are completed, change the basketball state to hold. Step 3. Modify the shooting logic. Only in move or hold state can charging be allowed. Finally, return to the basketball state enumeration class. Right-click Idle, and select Find All References. Then on the left, click and verify one by one to see if there are any places that need to be modified. After verification, we found some unnecessary codes and some places that need to be modified. Just make corresponding modifications as needed. Save. Run and test. It is necessary to adjust the shooting to a special angle so that the basketball moves to the right shooting UI when it rebounds. Then quickly click the basketball to pick it up. And immediately click the shooting button to observe the effect. Here, because the timing of the previous bug is difficult to match. The general testing method is very time-consuming. Here we teach you a testing technique. Display the game window and the scene window side by side. We can create several cubes during the run process. Switch to the scene window, then adjust the position and size, and add box collider. That is, during the test, we temporarily added a few walls to help us control the direction and position of the basketball's rebound. Then, we switched to the game window and shot. No problems were found after testing,